Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs. Today our topic is 5 signs of cocaine use. Signs when someone that you love is using cocaine. But first and always we go to Dr. Luis Gonzalez from StartingPointMN.com, where Dr. Luis Gonzalez will help you from your addiction to your recovery one step at a time, day by day. He will never ever worry about your past. It is today that he is concerned about. It is today that he wants to make sure that you know how to live perfectly in harmony in recovery. Yes, it is a struggle, especially in the beginning, but Dr. Luis Gonzalez from StartingPointMN.com will help you walk day by day. He will worry about the first 24 hours, the next 24 hours, etc. Let Dr. Luis Gonzalez help you. Call him at 844-414-8444. That's Dr. Luis Gonzalez from StartingPointMN.com. He also has an educational program to turn you into a addiction recovery coach. If you have passion, professionalism, or if you have some kind of personality, if you have all three, that's even better, and you have some sort of an addiction background, whether it's battling your own demons with addiction, or maybe helping a loved one or a family member, call him at 844-414-8444. Let Dr. Luis Gonzalez help you become an addiction recovery coach. GlobalEyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. They have approximately 1,200 different styles of frame, anywhere going from $6 up to about $69. Now listen carefully, folks. These prices include a nice case. They include a cloth to clean the lenses with. They include standard, RX, single vision, plastic, non-coated, clear lenses. That is included in that price. Now you might ask, like so many of you call me and ask, do you have transitions? Yes, we do. Do you have do you have progressives? They do. Do they make lenses thinner? They can. Do they have photochromatic? They do. Can you give me a recommendation on night driving? Anti-reflecting coating is available at GlobalEyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. Here is the great thing, folks. I've been in the optometry field in my real job for over 30 years. Now, like so many of you have done, I don't know how many, maybe 50 to 100 people have called me directly when they're placing an order because they need help placing the order. They want to make sure that the frame they pick is the right frame for them. They want to make sure that the lenses are correct for them. So they call me at 631-599-0218 or call my hotline 844-405-HELP, and I help them select a proper frame. I help them select the proper lenses. So in between my expertise, my professionalism, and Global Eyeglasses merchandise and availability of different lenses, they will focus on saving you money while I focus on making sure that you get a proper fit. Call me 631-599-0218. Go to www.globaleyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money, folks. I want to also ask you to go to my websites, which are www.takeyourlifebacktoday show, which is about this show. You can read my biography on there. It's a very short one. And you can also, folks, you can see all the different things that we have done on our show already. That's all at TakeYourLifeBackTodayShow.com. You can also go and get recovery and addiction information on www.clearviews.info.com. That's www.clearviews.info.com. And if you need addiction recovery coaching, you can also reach me at www.clearreform.com. Folks, you notice my 2 websites start with the word clear. Let me just tell you what I determined clear to be on either one of those websites. CLEAR stands for Community Lessons Empower Addiction Recovery. It is our community. It is our fellow people in your church, people at your job, people at the post office, even some of the police officers. Their lessons with addiction, whether it's present or past, empowers us all to recover. It gives us motivation. It gives us hope. So please go to clearview.info and clearreform.com and come see me there. 5 signs of cocaine use. Signs when someone you love is using. One of the biggest fears every parent has is that their child is using drugs. While the thought of the family member using drugs is scary, cocaine comes with its own sign of worries. In other words, cocaine is one of the worst drugs, that and heroin. Images of you, your son, your daughter, possibly laying in a restroom somewhere, or possibly crouched down over a toilet, is something that you really are afraid to even visualize in your mind. But there are 5 signs that will help you determine whether or not they're using cocaine now or maybe in the last 24 hours or so. These signs are very clear and very present. After I go through my little list, I'm going to read exactly what the CDC said about this so we have a better understanding. Number 1 on my list are dilated pupils. For those who use cocaine, a telltale sign is the presence of enlarged pupils. Normally, our pupils dilate in response to changing of the light, during sexual arousal, and when performing complex tasks. That is when our pupils, sober pupils, dilate. But when you're using cocaine, those pupils also will dilate and they become very enlarged. That is sign number 1. Sign number 2 is restlessness. Cocaine is a powerful central nervous stimulant that interferes with the reabsorption of the neurotransmitters and known as dopamine, and causes it to build up the exact restlessness. It builds up the feeling of restlessness, and it is a common sign of cocaine when that happens. I'm going to get a little bit more defined into the exact thing that the CDC says. Number 3 that I have is twitching. Along with restlessness, another observation sign of cocaine use is twitching. Twitching is the small movement of muscles within a small area of the muscle and can have numerous causes to do that. Number 4 on my list is the presence of paraphernalia. Finding razor blades in your house, rolled up dollar bills, small tubes, and of course cocaine residue are telling signs of cocaine use, folks. And number 5 is widespread mood swings. For those who engage in frequent cocaine use, they will experience a wide swing in emotions after going for periods of euphoria to those of irritability and irritation. Those are the 5 signs quickly, and I'm going to read exactly what the CDC says now. Pretty much, this is the longer version of these short ones. One of the biggest signs one of the biggest fear every parent is that their child is using drugs. While the thought of a family member using drug is frightening, cocaine use comes with its own set of worries and fears. Images of your son, your daughter, or loved one crouched in a darkened alley or a dirty restroom using drugs that has real potential to kill them is an unsettling, to say very least. It's just those images in your mind. Now, this is what they said exactly about dilated pupils. For those who use cocaine, a telltale sign is the sign of presence in enlarged or dilated pupils. Normally, our pupils dilate in response to changing light during sexual arousal and when performing complex tasks. Pupils also expand when people take stimulant-type drugs such as cocaine. Cocaine increases serotonin levels to the brain and helps us regulate our moods and feelings and well-being. Number 2 on their list was restlessness. Restlessness. Cocaine is a powerful central nervous stimulant that interferes with the reabsorption of the neurotransmitter dopamine and causes us to build up in the brain. As a result, extreme restlessness is a common sign of cocaine use that is highly noticeable, folks. While under the influence of drugs, users experience intense surges of energy that can last for extended periods of time. If a loved one is showing constant signs of restlessness, irritability, or racing thoughts, you need to pay close attention to other signs which point to cocaine abuse and addiction, folks. Number 3 is twitching, along with restlessness. Another obvious sign of cocaine use is twitching. Twitching is a small movement of muscle within the area of the muscles and can cause numerous causes, including the use of stimulants such as cocaine. If your child or loved one is twitching on a regular basis and seems flat emotionally, it can be a sign of regular cocaine use, folks. The presence of paraphernalia, razor blades in your home, excessive dollar bills rolled up. Who would roll up a dollar bill unless they're using it for drugs? Small tubes, and of course, cocaine residue are telling signs of cocaine use, folks. One of the more obvious signs of cocaine use is finding paraphernalia. In availability, every drug user slips up and leaves something where it can be found by another person. You may notice items such as rolled up dollar bills with residue on them, or short straws. You might also find in their room or their pants pockets syringes, glass tubes. You may also find other items such as small baggies, razor blades, scratched CD cases, or small mirrors and pipes hidden away to put in secret compartments such as hollowed out books or drawers. They tape it to the bottom of the drawer. Now last is the white mood swings. For those who engage in frequent cocaine use, they will experience a wide swing in emotions after going from periods of euphoria to those of irritability, irritation, and panic, folks. Additionally, cocaine abusers can experience extreme paranoia and display feelings of superiority and narcissism. If you are really looking for signs of cocaine, pay attention to the ups and downs. Many times, cravings of cocaine lead to irritability. Folks, if you or your loved one needs help to stop using cocaine, you can always call 1-866-317-7050. That's 1-866-317-7050. And they are the Sober Nation, and they are there on a hotline basis, waiting for your phone calls. Folks, the 5 signs of cocaine use are so obvious on so many people. I mean, the biggest fears that we as parents, as grandparents have, is to visualize, to imagine, to put the image in our mind that maybe our loved one is crouched over a toilet in a dirty restroom, laying in an alley, shooting up those deadly, and I mean deadly, drugs. How many times do you hear people being found dead, overdosed, in bathrooms, in their bed, in alleys? And what do they have all in common? They shot up drugs. They snorted up drugs. It is now the time to pay attention to you, to your loved one, even maybe to yourself. I mean, if you see your loved one with enlarged pupils on a regular basis, that is a sure sign, because pupils enlarge when our eyes adjust to light changes, sexual arousal, or when we perform complex tasks. Not when we're just sitting here at the dinner table and our pupils start enlarging. Restlessness is such a sure sign. When you start noticing that a person is sitting there all restless for no particular reason, especially maybe you're watching a movie or going to church, you know they probably shot up or snorted up prior. And twitching, if you notice that your loved one is excessively twitching, that is another sure sign. And I'm not saying you need to see all of these. What you do need to see is 1 or 2. The presence in your house suddenly of paraphernalia. You're finding rolled up dollar bills, but you ask yourself, why? You find razor blades, mirrors, scratched up CD cases, small tubes or short straws. You find things taped to the bottom of the drawer in their room, or these things in their pockets. You find cocaine residue. You find on the toilet lid things taped on the inside or the back of the toilet. These are sure signs that whoever is using coke or crack or anything else is trying to be sneaky and hide it, and there's a sure good reason for that, because they think they have you fooled. But if you notice this difference in the dilated pupils, the restlessness, the twitching, you finding the items already, and they also show signs of mood swings. They go from being all happy to being upset, to being argumentative. These are all signs. Dilated pupils, restlessness, twitching, presence of paraphernalia, and mood swings are 5 big signs of cocaine use. If you see these signs, do yourself a favor and call 1-866-317-7050. That's 1-866-317-7050. That is the Sober Nation hotline number. Please call them if you or your loved one shows these signs. It is now time, today, for you to make those changes, whether it's in your own life or possibly to help your loved one. Because a tomorrow is never guaranteed for any one of us. And it's less chances guaranteed if you're abusing crack, cocaine, heroin. You have less of a chance for tomorrow than any other person. Because what you're doing is accelerating your time on earth. By abusing these drugs, you are accelerating the demise of you. Let today be the changes. And if you're the type of person that's sitting in your living room, in your kitchen, wherever you might be watching me, in a jail cell maybe, or possibly you're in the homeless shelter. If you think by saying, Ralph, I'll change tomorrow, I'm telling you right now, as you sit wherever you are, and as I sit here, there is someone taking their last breath on earth. There is somebody closing their eyes for their last time. My question to you is if those people said exactly what you're just saying, that tomorrow maybe you'll change, did they have that chance? Sure, you might then turn around and say, well, what difference does it make? They're gone. What do they care whether they change or not? I will tell you, for your loved ones, your family members, when you leave this earth, wouldn't it be nice that for days, weeks, years before you leave this earth, that you have lived a productive, solid life, to give your family something to remember you as being a great person, even a person that maybe had drug addiction or alcoholism, but saw changes and took advantage of the fact that you changed and you bettered your life. Do you want people to stand over your coffin and say it was the drugs that killed him? It was the alcohol that killed him? No, of course not. You want to make sure that your family sees you off to God, knowing that you have done everything possible to help yourself, to help change. There is a life that's awaiting you, and I'm talking about a productive life, without alcohol and or drugs. There is a life, but it takes for you to find that life, and it takes for you to accept that life, and it takes for you to live that life, as much as it takes for you to take that life away from you by accelerating your demise, by continuously abusing drugs, continuously drinking alcohol. It is now time for you to make those changes. It is time today for you to make those changes. I have done the signs of drug use so many times already, but it's never ever going to be enough for me to emphasize drugs and alcohol will eventually kill you. And if it's not by suicide, if it's not by accident, if it's not by overdose, it is by destroying your kidneys, your liver, your heart, your mind. That's how it will come and get you. Drugs and alcohol is like the Grim Reaper. It will eventually absorb you and take you. Let today be the changes. And if you're ready for the change that I hope you are, start today with doing the following. Start today with accepting the fact that you have a problem. There is no shame in admitting you have a problem. Start today by looking out for hope for a better tomorrow. Reach up to your higher power. In my case, that's God. Reach up to God. Tell God that you cannot control your own life. Carrie Underwood said it best when she said, "Jesus, take the wheel," in that song. Because that's exactly what God will do. God will take the wheel of your life. God will never ever steer you off the road. God will never ever hit a telephone pole or hit another person. Yes, only through the power of prayer will you get results from God. And those results might not come immediately, but eventually they will show. Those results will include a healthier life. They will include a better financial situation. They will include a better spiritual relationship with Him. They will include a better relationship with your spouse and your children and your family. Eliminate the alcohol and drugs. Accept the fact that there is a higher power that will guide you and give you hope that you need, and your life will start becoming better. But it's only you that can make those changes, and it's only you that needs to do it today. Go find AA within your area. Check yourself into treatment or a rehab center if it's severe enough. Go to the churches. Speak to other people. Surround yourself with people in recovery. Eliminate the negative people that will only bring you down. If you start thinking positive, positive things will happen and you will see those positive results. In 2 years, I have been seeing changes in my own life that are astronomical. I mean, I could sit here forever and bore you with the details, but changes have come my way, and I am proud to say that those changes were all due to my hard work, because people in recovery need to work hard to stay sober. You don't just say, "I quit," and it won't just happen that way. You need to practice every day on educating yourself. My way of, my passion is to help other people. It's to go and help people. Your way might be totally different. You might want to start a blog. You might want to write music about recovery, sobriety. There has to be a way for you to live it. You cannot merely just go to an AA meeting for an hour and a half and that's it. You need to breathe, eat, live sobriety. It has to be part of your daily planning. You should be able to wake up in the morning and say, "Today I will live another sober day and I will educate myself." As a board certified person in the optometry field, I have to continuously educate myself. Every 3 years to be certified again, I have to take so many courses. Well, the same applies to sobriety. You need to continuously educate yourself. Go Google different things on the computer. Watch my videos. I have covered just about every topic. I mean, anywhere from superstars with addictions to country stars to rock stars to different countries' drug addictions to statistics. I mean, you name it. 429 different episodes have covered 429 different subjects, some similar to the other, but still each episode is a new video. This is what I give to you, and I give it to you with my intention of helping you. It is not to just sit here every day and do this, because it takes a lot of work and a lot of money, but it takes what I feel to call a selfish act on my end to do it. And it was because when I help you, believe it or not, I am helping me. This is my daily recovery. Talking about it, I educate myself with everything. Even though most of my stuff I pretty much take from the CDC or the Mayo Clinic and I put on my dry eraser board. I still have to read it. I still have to write it, so I am educating myself. I didn't know the 5 signs of cocaine use until I started investigating. I didn't know about dilated pupils, restlessness, twitching, the presence of paraphernalia, or the mood swings. But the more I write it, the more I read it, the more I do my videos, the better I get in my own recovery, folks. Excuse me. So let today be the first day of your new life And I am here 24/7. My hotline's 844-405-HELP. My text number is 631-599-0218. You can reach me 24/7. You can go to any one of my videos and watch them. And you have to remember this one thing, and I keep saying this, and I know I sound like a parrot, but a sober today, 24 hours, I guarantee you gives you a better tomorrow, because the next 24 hours will be better. Never ever worry about not drinking tomorrow or next week. Worry about today only. Go from day to day to day. And I promise you that all big changes start with small, little steps. And if you start thinking positive things will happen in your life. You will see positive results that include health, that include spiritual guidance, that include financial, that include relationship. The list can go on and on, but come up with a passion in your life, and the passion should be something that you concentrate and should be related to your sobriety, it should be related to recovery. And remember, don't be selfish, help other people. Teach your children and remind yourself to say no to drugs and alcohol 24 hours at a time daily. Educate your children. Folks, I hope to God each and every one of you in my audience has a great day. But more importantly, folks, I hope to God that you have a sober day. And if there's anything I can do to take your life back, call me at 844-405-HELP. Have a great day.